amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remain blessed. Whenever you look my video, whenever you watch my video, share the video to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Share it in your WhatsApp group so that people can get information on what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly against the Biafrans, against the Duduas, against the indigenous people in the contraption called Nigeria. I try as much as possible to set the record straight. I don't preach hate speech. I don't speak against people. I set the record straight. The only important thing I do here is to make sure that the plight of the people remains on the front burner and the world will know the true story of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria.
See, without the freedom of our mind. So we put in application for bail to agree
it was stated that the 6th and the 7th defendant actually pleaded guilty in this matter. How does this actually affect the whole process?
Well, I wouldn't like to go into the issues that affect the life of the case at this stage. What we're concerned at this stage is securing the bail of our clients. And they pleading guilty or not guilty, that is left to them at the first case.
Okay, so any other question?
Well, that is for those who will be there. My clients will not be guilty. And as such, all I'm after now is securing freedom for them.
Okay,
You have hopes that will be granted?
Well, the law is it's like the discretion of the courts. And we cannot predict where the court is.
okay. Recently, your client was represented and there were issues regarding his health. Do we know the latest about this? Is he healthy? Is he okay? What's happening?
I'm not a party to that application, so I cannot speak for the applicant.
Okay. Okay, so now one of the lawyers of okay, if you just watch us, this now the BBC Pidgin live broadcast from the Federal High Court Abuja, where they just arraigned DCP Abba Kyari. In lawyers just talked to us, saying they concerned only about in bail application, and they want to see how they go fee grant and bail. So we did here now. Many of them they just finished from court, where they just hear in matter, and as you they see, NDLA officials don't ready to carry and go, cars don't set to carry and go to come out from the Federal High Court. But make I give you an example of what really happened for court today. The lead counsel, the person where lead the trial, the person where represent Abba Kyari for court today, na son and Kanu Agabi Webi son. I mean, I just face him back now because he say no one talk to us. When he appeared before Justice Emeka Nwite today, he been say that in client need to go on bail. So they read the 8 after they call Abba Kyari name and the other suspects when they announced the plea to them, they all pleaded not guilty. That's the Abba Kyari plead not guilty to the charges, but 2 of the suspects where they've been catch with drug from one of the airports in the southeast, then plead guilty. So sake of this one now, it is difficult to follow the process. Now it make where the prosecution counsel, that means the NDLA counsel say, then go try review the facts of the charges. So then simply they make court give them 1 day to review the facts of the charges. What in this one mean be say the other 2 where don't plead guilty, then go remove them from, they no go join body with them with the case again, so that their own case go different and they go start their own court go sentence them or do whatever sentence court get for them, court go hand them over to them sharp. But Oga Kanu say Agabi where they represent Abba Kyari say that one no dey possible sake of say e dey prejudicial and it go affect the case of him client wey be Abba Kyari, and sake of that one he say that one no fit happen, say make the court chook mouth on top the matter, say if dem review am e go fit affect the case where they on ground. So now one of the things where cause plenty argument inside court, but the prosecution lawyer where be Joseph Sunday say nothing dey prejudicial on top the matter, say on top to follow law those two persons where don't plead guilty they're supposed to take them not join body on top the matter again, so then go answer their own case differently and face the charges where the law get for them. So now waiting happen inside court, and from top the bail application the court say make them give them till 14th of this month, that's on Monday, to come talk on top the bail application. So they will chook mouth on top the bail application on the 14th. But all and all, they also want the court also say make the lawyers write, make Abba Kyari lawyer make them write, make them do some writing, and then make them say they no go fee, say they only they can't adjourn till on the 14th to hear the bail application. So now on top 14 I then go know waiting really happen, waiting whether court go grant and bail or not. Now on the 14th where people go know whether court the grant and bail or not, so then go hear that one on the 14th. So at the any moment from now Abba Kyari go come down from court we dey for the front of the Federal High Court Abuja, where we dey wait for him to come down and now go see him. Before now some lawyers don't apply for him bail too, for where court don't deny him bail. There's on top the bill they say he no well, say he get diabetes and he get hypertension. So they've been come court to say okay, sake of that one make them give him bail, but court been deny him bail. And the Federal High Court also been give on top that one, the judge say sake of say and the Federal High Court, the concurrent court been done, say make them keep him for 14 days till the trial. So because of that one, then be no give him bail. But now then go wait till on the 14th of this month to give him to hear the bail application, and then to see whether they go grant him bail or not. Okay, if you just the watchers, this now the BBC Pidgin live broadcast from the Nigerian capital Abuja. I did a Federal High Court where they just arraigned Abba Kyari, and they read in plead to him 8-count charge where he plead not guilty to all the charges. We know say on the 14th of February. Okay, they don't come down. These now some of those where they catch, see them some of them cover their faces as they walk down from this case. NDLEA people okay, see Abba Kyari and in people seeing loved ones, they hold arm as in they come down.
What are they trying to do?
Okay, this now Abba Kyari. Now on the 14th night, NDLEA announced say then they look for him, saying they wanted, and since then after they carry and go custody in down the detention since then.
Yeah, let's go.
So guys, do you know the lawyer represents
preventing the 6th and 7th.
Hello?
They don't enter motor with some officials of the NDLEA.
Let's go.
Okay, if you just watch us, this is now the BBC Pidgin live broadcast from the Nigerian capital, Abuja, where they just arraigned Abba Kyari. See how the car they move like this. He plead not guilty to the 8-count charges. Seeing family members, in loved ones, they cry. In family members, in loved ones, they full head and they cry. Now, a very emotional moment for many of them. Whenever see and since then detain them. Now move, then they move like this from the Federal High Court. In lawyer been plead, say make them carry and go back to NDLEA. So the judge don't agree, say they go carry and go NDLEA back instead of to remand them for correctional center. So they carry and go NDLEA back. So now this black motor 9 Abba Kyari day inside. Okay, if you just join us, this now the BBC Pidgin live broadcast from the Nigerian capital Abuja, where they just arraign Abba Kyari on top say he get hand on top drug matter, plus him be part of a cartel. Many of him family members where they here, many of them they in tears. Many of them they cry on top in the experience they see and today for court. So before I match break, make I give you a summary of waiting happen for court today. One thing we know be say Abba Kyari they don't arraign am for court today. Two, another thing where we know be say them hammer am 8-count charge where border on drugs, where border on the fact say he get hand on top drug matter, cocaine and other drugs, saying he exchanged some drug them when he be seized. He plead not guilty to those charges. Another thing where come up be saying na in bail application, in lawyer say me then grant him bail, but court say the prosecution counsel say he been done put affidavit to counter the bail application. He no go gree and give him bail, but the court counsel made them wait till 14th of this month to hear the bail application matter. So on the 14th, they go know whether court will grant them bail or not. Another thing where happen, another twist where happen be say some of those where they catch with drug, they also plead guilty. 2 persons plead guilty to the charge, to 3-count charge of 5, 6, and 7. Then say then they guilty to import drugs into Nigeria. Sake of that one, the prosecution counsel say in guys need time to review the charges. So that means they go separate their own charge, make them face the law as they don't agree. Since they don't waste court time, then they go face their own law, and then whatever penalty where court get to meet to them, court go give unto them. But the prosecution, the Abba Kyari lawyer say that one go affecting client. So they've been discussed that one, and court adjourn the matter to on the 28th of this month, where they go truly look into that matter, and also after then they will come choose the date where the trial go begin, and where all the charges are on top, and then go bring people to prove whether the charges they true or not. So now waiting happen for the Federal High Court Abuja today, and Now here we go match break.
Alright, as you can see, this is Abba Kyari, suspended DCP Abba Kyari, putting his head down, you can see him close to the man in white. Today is his arraignment before the Federal High Court here in Abuja. The NDLEA on Thursday filed an 8-count charge against Abba Kyari for alleged drug dealing. One is the 17.5 kilogram cocaine where it dealt on, and another is tampering with 21.5 kilogram of cocaine. And after so much hula baloo about these, he was arrested, and today is his arraignment, where alongside others he's going to take a plea before the Federal High Court. It's so humbling to see the super cop Abba Kyari today before the Federal High Court, where he will just do what he has been doing to others. He has prosecuted a lot of persons, and unfortunately today is his day. And as you can see behind are men from operative of NDLEA in red and of course in black. And also behind the court they are also operative of NDLEA. You can see them down there. And of course my colleague from the broadcast, everyone is here to ensure that effective coverage is given to these arraignments. And that is Abba Kyari's lawyer, because he came sitting very close to Abba Kyari and his co-defendant. Of course, as you can see behind, also journalists, everyone waiting to be part of history. Yes, history. Because he's one man that has arrested so many. He is tagged as super cop. He has done quite a lot. And while that was on, no one even knows that he is allegedly into heinous crime as such as dealing in drugs. Of course, today is his day for arraignment. So take a look at what is happening. The court is for now a bit scanty, perhaps waiting for others to come in. But Super Cop DCP Abba Kyari is here and he looks very humble.
Thank you so much for your patience to watch from the beginning to the end. I hope you have learned something from the video you have just watched. The video you have just watched is to bring information to your doorstep and for educational purpose. It is not to demonize anybody. Let us watch continuously and see who can be able to make a sense out of every nonsense we are seeing. We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you and remember blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.